Are we live? Let's see. All right, we're live. All right, what's up, Turtle Riders? Welcome to tonight's special edition of Uncle Turtle Boy's Late Night Garage Podcast. Let me just adjust the sound settings here so we're back on the microphone. Let's see. This one, let me see. No, is that the one I want? I think this is the one I want. How's that? Can you guys hear me all right? I'm going to, if this is not going to work, I'm just going to cancel that. Tell me how I sound. How do we sound out there, all right? Can you guys hear my voice all right? I am going to go ahead right now, and I'm going to share these on the Turtle Boy Facebook pages as well if you want to go ahead and share those up for me. We have two Turtle Boy pages now. We have the regular Turtle Boy page and the Turtle Boy Sports Forever page, and they haven't taken either of them down in a long time. I think because we stopped sharing Turtle Boy articles on there, so maybe that had something to do with it. So I'm going to go ahead and share them. I've also shared them on the Clarence with Emerson page. That would be greatly appreciated. So, all right, guys. So, just a reminder that these live shows, of course, could not happen were it not for our fabulous advertisers and sponsors, starting with our good friends over at Andrew Porter Contracting and Roofing in Charlton. Listen up, guys. These guys have been doing business for quite some time in the Central Mass area, all right, Worcester County area. They'll pretty much go, I wouldn't say the entire New England area, but they'll go all over, the general Worcester County area. They're doing quality work. Check them out on Facebook. That's all they want from you guys, right? Go on their Facebook page, check them out, see what they're up to. See some of the work that they've done. It's really fantastic work. The roof is the most important thing that you're going to need on your house, right? It literally protects you from the elements. Without it, you're kind of screwed. And you got to get a new one every 30 years or so. So you might as well get it from somebody who's got all 5-star ratings on Google. Angie's List. No matter what, every single agency out there on the internet that you can Google, they have a 5-star rating with. So you're going to want to deal with them. You're going to thank me later. If you deal with them, make sure you tell them the Turtle sent you because they would greatly appreciate that. Obviously, I'm not expecting everyone to go out and, buy a roof tomorrow. That's a little presumptuous of me. But if you are in the market for a roof, please consider them, all right, because they do great work. And a way you can keep up with them is by liking them on Facebook. That's all they want from you guys. Just like them on Facebook, right? That's our goal here. Get them up to 2,000 likes ASAP. So get over there on their Facebook page. I'm going to turn this off because that's annoying. Get over there on their Facebook page and give them a like, and you're automatically entered to win a snowblower, which is great because it never stopped snowing around here recently. All right, so without further ado, how are we sounding out there in Turtle Land? Does the sound okay? How's the audience? Oh, man, nice audience. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the microphone all right? Turn it down. Okay. Okay, how about... Oh, I can see the decibels there, so keep it in the green. Oh, that's interesting. How about that? Is that too good? Is that okay? Oh, it's crackling now. The second I move this freaking microphone, it starts crackling. How about that? Is that still staticky? If not, I'll just take the microphone off. The microphone sounds better, but not if it's going to be crackling and crap. Let me know. Give me some feedback back there. It's terrible? Okay, I'm just going to switch it then. Because I want this done right tonight. All right, let me get it out of there. And the audio, we will go over here to built-in microphone. All right, so it's not going to be quite the same, but I'm just going to keep the microphone here anyway because it makes me feel important when I'm talking to a microphone even though it's not on. Too low now. Okay. All right. So, what we're going to talk about today, which a lot of people are here for, is I'm going to talk about what happened today in court with Rian Waters. I mean, do we even need to explain? I feel like there isn't a single person here right now who doesn't know who Rian Waters is, but he's the champion of 2018 or 19 Ratchet Madness, as voted by Turtle Riders. We first blogged about him 3 years ago when he was arrested. I want to say by the Ludlow police for killing the dog, and punching his girlfriend in a domestic violence, the mother of his child, who he never sees the child, etc. Now. And he was a forgettable character. We would have honestly moved on. It was over a year later. He decided to start contacting me, threatening to sue me, trying to extort money out of me. And, pursuing this lawsuit that, cost me time and money because I had to pay for lawyers' fees. I won, of course, because it was an absolutely absurd lawsuit. And he had assistance from Gaffney, from Counselor Michael Gaffney, former disgraced Counselor Michael Gaffney. And they kind of became buddies that way. I don't think Gaffney's helping him anymore, though, because he seems to have gone off the rails even for Gaffney standards. And Gaffney has a mistress now down in Florida. I think he's going through like a midlife crisis or something. He's got I think we're off the Gaffney radar, which I never thought would happen, but I think he surrendered. But Rian Waters is not happening. He doesn't have a mistress or any possessions or anything, I don't think. So he will not be giving up anytime soon. He will continue to harass and just try to upset us and bother us because this is what this individual chooses to do. Now, months ago, in September, he filed for a criminal complaint against me. How a criminal complaint works is when you go to your local police department and try to press charges against someone, right? Well, if the police decide that a crime has not been committed, they're not going to file a criminal complaint for you, right? They see no probable cause. Oh, thank you, Eddie. I appreciate that. Food for Amanda's malnourished children says. Thank you. If you go to the police department and they don't file a criminal complaint, you still have the option of going to the courthouse and filing it for yourself, and a clerk magistrate will hear it. And if you provide overwhelming evidence that there is probable cause to bring this criminal charge forward, then the clerk magistrate can essentially overrule your local police department that chose not to do that. It rarely happens because the court is now overruling the wisdom of the police, and it's kind of like skipping a step, right? It's very rare. And obviously, Rian Waters, I haven't committed a crime, obviously. And this is frivolous. This is ridiculous. This is a form of harassment. I think the first time, don't hold me to this, but I'm pretty sure it was for witness intimidation, I want to say. He tried charging me with. It was patently absurd. And so I went into court, and the two of us had a sit-down with a lovely clerk magistrate. Thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate that. With a lovely clerk magistrate, just a real nice lady. And we sat down together, and we shared our grievances. It went on for 2 hours. For some reason, we kind of relitigated the whole civil lawsuit, which was just patently absurd. It really had nothing to do with the criminal complaint. But I was in the mood to argue, so and just kind of any chance I have to tell a stranger what Rian Waters did to that dog, I'm going to do, because you guys know me. I'm a dog lover, right? And I'm a feminist. So those are two things that Rian kind of crossed the line, right? He hit a woman, and he killed a dog. So he's on my bad side. I don't like that. I don't like people who kill dogs and punch women because I am a pro-dog feminist blogger, as we all know by now. And so the criminal complaint he files against me the first time, it's not going well for him, right? And I'm just happy to like kind of get this all out there. And I don't hear from the clerk for a while until 2 months later, right? We find out that the criminal complaint has been denied. There was no probable cause, she finds. So what does he do? He immediately files another criminal complaint. I believe for the same thing. It said on the paperwork bribing a juror, but obviously there was no juror to bribe. He was literally charging me from what happened that day in court. That's how crazy this is. Because when I saw him in court, outside, he attempted to come up to me and make small talk, like we're going to exchange paperwork or something, right? And I'm looking at him like, what? No, this is not legitimate. Like, you think this is legit? We're going to exchange paperwork? We're going to be friendly and diplomatic here? All I kept saying to him is, you beat women and you kill dogs. There's nothing else. I have nothing to say to you. You're literally harassing me and forcing me to drive an hour and a half to friggin' Springfield to come jump through your hoops and play your stupid games. This is a joke. An absolute joke that the court is even humoring this, right? And obviously the court thought it was a joke too because they threw it out. It's ridiculous, right? And so I kept telling him that. Next thing you know, I get another criminal complaint filed against me. And I didn't see the affidavit until today. And let me tell you guys, it was a doozy. So, before we talk about that, I'm there, and Ryan tells me that he is going to have a witness there. Who will it be? Well, I already knew who it was going to be because guess what? Leah Genduso told me. Because Amanda Sawyer, our old friend from West Warwick, contacted her and let her know, tried to like get her on her side, like, hey, we should team up and get Turtle Boy and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, Rian Waters I'm teaming up with Rian Waters. We're going to go down there and we're going to sue him or whatever they're going to do. She's going to pick his brain because he's a freaking criminal mastermind genius. You know what I mean? He's a real legal scholar, Rian Waters. And so we got there, and let me just tell you, Rian Waters in person, he can't weigh more than 140 pounds, right? He looks like a very sickly, homeless person. That's the best way I can describe him. He was wearing the exact same outfit that he was wearing the last time I saw him, and he just looks ridiculous. His hair is unkempt. He looks patently absurd. I wouldn't want to sit next to him. I would imagine he wouldn't smell very good. I don't know where he's living, if he's living in a house. I don't know. I don't care. Right? He means very little to me. He's just simply an annoyance. So I see him there, and I see him with Amanda. And so Amanda comes in there, right? And she rolls in with some chick who looks like a skinnier version of her, right? And then two crotch fruits come in with her. And her son, these must be her sons, because he's like staring me down. Keep in mind, this is a school day. Was there school in Rhode Island today? I think there was. I know in some central and western Mass towns we got more snow. And I don't know if there's, don't hold me to that. Maybe school in Rhode Island was canceled. But the fact that any woman would drag her crotch fruits to freaking Springfield to meet up with the legal genius that is Rian Waters, I cannot even explain how freaking crazy that is. Right? I mean, that alone to me is reason for DCYF to snatch up your kids, quite frankly. It's dangerous, first of all, to put them in that situation. You're going to drive through the snowstorm. It took me so long to drive there today. It was crazy. She had a much longer drive than I did, right, to friggin' Springfield. So they're there, and Bristol's there. Bristol was my witness. And so we're sitting there, and we look over, and we see them at the table at their bench outside where there's a few cases in front of us. And how these hearings work is you have to clear the court. They have to do them one by one. These are closed-door hearings. So we're sitting outside, and we look over, and it's like literally Ryan holding court, like with like this family, like one of those ratchet-looking families you could ever see from West Warwick. And Ryan's sitting there, and he's the smart one. He's the legal genius here. And he's like, they're all looking at him like Jesus, like preaching to the apostles. You know, they're soaking in every word he's saying. Like, oh man, this guy's got it all figured out. This is the guy who's suing Turtle Boy. We should do everything he does. Yeah, go for it. Follow his lead. It's obviously working out great for him. Obviously. Anyway, so we go into court. We get called in there. And the first thing that the judge, the clerk magistrate says to us, that Ryan says to the clerk magistrate, one of the first things he says is that he wants this to be open to the public, right? He wants Amanda's crew to come in there, and which would mean Bristol could come in too. And he wants this open to the public. Why? Because last time he says, I went on the live show and I lied about what happened. Right? I was not honest with my followers. Why that bothers him, I don't know. But it's not true. I was very honest. I never lied to you people. But I want it. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get a little crazy. Right? Amanda Sawyer wants to come down here. Bring her in. Let's get a little interesting around here. And the clerk realizes something's up here. Right? And he's like, no, he definitely heard of Turtle Boy before. And he's like, yeah, I think this is going to turn into a circus, quite frankly. We start bringing people in here. However, I will do you this. I will tape the proceedings, and you can go and order them afterwards. I agree. So the tape will be coming out soon. It lasts about 40 minutes, and it was wild. Let me tell you guys. It was absolutely wild. So we get in there, and I kind of started taking some notes here, right? So first of all, he said he lost the last time because he couldn't prepare. Either he didn't have time to prepare, or he said he got nervous that day and he was intimidated, right? So he couldn't put his best defense forward, and that's the reason he lost this criminal complaint or was denied, right? I get the affidavit. The affidavit is just filled with lies. So this is perjury now. He's lying under oath. He signed this under the penalties of perjury. He said that I threatened to assault him at the courtroom last time. That is just a flat-out, unsubstantiated lie. I would never threaten to I'm not stupid. I understand what crimes are, and I understand what lines are. I'll tell you to your face. I'll tell you. First of all, it's a lie. I'm not going to assault you. I don't assault people, right? Secondly, I'm a truth teller, so I just said the truth. I just said you kill dogs and you beat women. Fact, not opinion, right? And so he starts playing the podcast, or he's like, again, we're doing this again. He starts playing the podcast to me, right? Apparently, I don't even know what he was trying to get at, what part of it, but he kept trying to like fast forward it. And you know when you fast forward a podcast and it goes like too far? He did that like 4 times. He kept doing it. It was so awkward and so bad. And I'm just sitting there like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And finally, the clerk this time around, I liked him. I liked the first clerk who found no probable cause. She like kind of like listened to him too much, right? This guy was just straight down to business. I liked him. He's just like, so this is a criminal complaint for witness intimidation. Did the defendant ever tell you that you better not testify? Did he ever say to you, if you testify, I'm going to do this to you? Because that is what, he had the law book with him. He's like, that is what witness intimidation is. And Ryan's like, he starts questioning this guy. He's like, well, actually, did you know that, he cited some court case, right? And he's like, well, actually, it means this. And then the guy's like, no, if you kept up with the law, you would know that this case overruled that one, and you're actually wrong. I mean, he really thinks he's like this legal genius. It's amazing to watch him work. I thought he was just doing this to harass me. I'm beginning to think that he actually is so deluded and so insane that he actually believes these things. I'm still not 100%, convinced either way on that one. So anyway, he said that I was the new threat he said was, he also said that I was going to beat his ass. I never said that. He said, and when he realized he told the clerk, obviously, he didn't threaten me and tell me not to testify. That didn't happen. So then how were you threatened? This is the excuse he says. He says that I was threatening him with malicious prosecution. Because I did say that on a previous live episode. I said, if he continues to harass me with this, then I'm going to counter, right? I'm going to, he's a vexatious litigant. That is the legal term for this, right? This is now using the courts as a form of harassment, and I will fight back that way legally. He said that this was a threat, that my promise to exercise my legal rights in the same way he is a threat. I mean, this is, the clerk, you should have seen the clerk's face. He's just like, are you freaking kidding? I mean, it was just amazing to watch. He did most of the talking. I kept it simple, right? I kept it simple. Whenever it was my turn to talk, I said, look, number one, this has already been litigated. Not once, but twice. I won both times. It's over. Okay? Number two, he shows up on our Facebook page frequently and comments. He's obviously not intimidated or scared about anything. If anything, he is the one harassing us. Number three, he told us that he's going to keep doing this. He said in the last day in court, I'm going to keep doing this. He's never going to stop doing this. He made that clear. Okay? And he's also attempted to basically extort me from the beginning by trying to get money out of me. Right? So he also, by the way, he waited until he lost the last one to file this one. Because the guy's like, well, why didn't you file? If you were so scared and intimidated, why didn't you file this the day it happened? You were in court that day. Why didn't? He's like, well, I was just so flustered and scared that day. I mean, he's just such a pathological liar. Just a pathological liar. A total lunatic. And he's sitting there, saying these lies, and I can tell that the clerk is not buying a word of this. They have clearly had enough of Rian Waters. This is another quote that he gave them today. Get this quote. He told them that, he's like, well, down in the clerk's office, they know me. They know me. And I said, Mr. Clerk, therein lies the problem. They know him down there. He is a regular. He is abusing your system. He is making a mockery of the court right now. That is what he is doing. And he said, well, they know him too. Well, first of all, a lot of people know Turtle Boy, okay? Secondly, yes, they know me because of you. You're the one who keeps dragging me down here. No one's forcing you to do this. You're choosing to do this. You can just go away. That's it. We'll be done with you, right? Many ratchets before this has happened to. Just go away. But you insist on this, Ryan. You insist on it because you seem to think that you're the smartest person in the room. You're not. How much fail you don't eat? Do you have a home? I don't know. You certainly don't have any loved ones around, right? I mean, who loves you? Who? Who's there for you? Nobody. You don't have any family there for you ever? Nobody. Who's supporting you? Nobody. Perhaps you should look at your current situation and say, maybe I don't know everything. Maybe. I'm just throwing it out there. He also said, this is a quote from the clerk. He says, just to let you know, calling people names isn't a crime. He can call you bitch boy. He can say that you kill dogs. He can say all these things. That is not intimidation of a witness, right? This is another quote Ryan gave. This is to show you his insanity. When he's ranting about how what happened with Samantha Cardin and the dog. He says, the Palmer police lied and did a bunch of corruption when I came to them. So when he got when he wanted to file a charge against me, he went to them. Couldn't get them to file a criminal complaint. He said the Palmer police lied and did a bunch of corruption to me. So I went to the Springfield police and the East Longmeadow police, and they wouldn't file a complaint. So I went to the state police. Why do you think he went to the state police? Because he thinks they don't like me, but they do. Well, not that they do. They're just indifferent. They're just professional. They're not going to be like, oh, yeah, we got your back, Ryan. He goes to the state police, and they told him, allegedly, to file a criminal complaint. That's because I'm close with the cops. This is what he alleges the state police told him, that I'm close with the cops, so he's going to have to file his own criminal complaint. So the state police directed him to do this. Right? He said that the Palmer police were extremely rude. And towards the end, finally, the clerk had enough. He had enough. And he says, I don't find you're intimidated at all. He said, I don't find you're intimidated at all. He goes, you have to move on. That was the exact quote. Ryan's raising his hand like a little child over there. Raise his hand. And he's like, I see your hand is raised and you have more questions. And, it's like, well, what about this, this, and this? And the guy's just like, no. Basically, every time it's like, no, 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 no. It's over. There will be no criminal complaint. There's no probable cause. It's over. And he could not accept that at all. And he goes, but he was screaming at me. And he was spitting at me. And when he was talking, he was spitting at me. He goes, it's seriously alarming. And you could tell he's got mad now. Rian Waters is getting mad that this was not going the way. Because this is not 0-3. He's about to lose his third straight against me. And that's got to hurt him, right? Because he really thinks he's smart. And he's got Amanda Sawyer down there in his fan club. And they're just like, they think he's a genius. And he's going to come after them with an L? Not a good look. So, Rian Waters decides that he's going to have a little temper tantrum now. It doesn't end well for him. From my recollection, what happened, I'm going to have to go and review the tape, right? He either threw the chair in, threw it in, or kicked it, right? He definitely was, very violent with the chair. And he says to the clerk that he was going to, he goes, what's the point? What's the point of even doing this? I'm going to kill myself in 2 weeks. That's what he said. I'm going to kill myself in 2 weeks. So he's giving us a countdown. I guess he wants to be disappointed by Santa Claus again, or not get his kid a Christmas gift again. So he said he's going to kill himself in 2 weeks. Now, I have no comment about that. I mean, you want to kill yourself? Kill yourself. Whatever. I'm not telling you don't do it. I'm not telling you do it. Okay? Just want to make that clear. I'm not trying to pull Michelle Carter here. However, I will say that if Rian Waters did kill himself, right? I just want to know who would go to the funeral. That's all I want to know. Who would go to the funeral? Does anybody love this guy? That's what I want to know. Does he have anyone in his life, or has he burned every bridge possible? Is he just that lonely and sad of an individual that this is what his life is reduced to? Because that's kind of sad too. I'd say I feel bad for him, but he's an evil piece of shit, so I really don't care. If he's sad and really hates himself on the inside, I would say that's deserving, no? I think most of us will agree. He beats women and kills dogs. Let's not forget that. So he says he's going to kill himself, and he literally storms out of the courtroom. And Amanda is there, and so I just wait. I give it a call. I talk to the clerk about, he's going to do this again, so what's my next move, right? And I give him a minute to leave. I go outside. Bristol's there. And we go downstairs. Ryan's still there. He's outside the clerk's office again. He's going to file something else. So we decide that I just heard a declaration of suicide in court. So I go over and I talk to one of the white shirt guys. What do they call them? You call them guards. What do you call the court officers, right? And I go over to the court officer. I'm like, hey, just to let you know, the guy over there sitting down outside the clerk's office literally just said he was going to kill himself in 2 weeks. There's no guards in there, so nobody could do anything about it. But I'm worried about self-harm, quite frankly. I would hate to see that. It would be a big loss for the world without Rian Waters. And we left after that. But before that, I walked to the clerk's office with Bristol, right? And I filed to get the affidavit because I want a copy of that. I want a copy of the tape, right? I wanted to find out how to get that. And I'm going to file. This is now 3 times now. This is he is officially a vexatious litigant. He is officially breaking the law. And eventually, you can't. I have to drive a freaking hour and a half to this freaking courthouse every time he wants to play these stupid games. I'm not going again. I'm not. This is absurd. So I can file a criminal complaint against him in Leominster. He can come up here. How about that, Ryan? Leominster's lovely this time of year. Let me tell you that. You're going to love the ride. You're going to love it. How are you going to get here? I don't know. Do you have a car? I don't know. You might call it your home. I don't know what your deal is, okay? But quite frankly, it's not my problem. Now, obviously, you have nothing to do. This upsets me because I'm trying to run a business here, right? I actually have things to do. I have kids to raise. I have mouths to feed. I have a business to run, right? I have 2 blogs and websites. I'm trying to do this whole thing here. And this interrupts my day. It takes time away from that. I don't get paid for it. And although I don't have to have an attorney for these ones, the whole thing is just very upsetting, right? So anyway, I'm just. He wants to come here. Let's do it. I can do that too, Ryan. You are breaking the law, and I'm sure you're going to listen to this, and you're going to tell yourself, I'm sure what he's saying to himself right now is like, oh, I'm going to do this and this and this. You probably looked up some court decisions, and you've convinced yourself that next time you got me next time. Pro tip: you don't. You don't have a college degree. I don't even know if you graduated from high school. You're not nearly as smart as you think you are, right? At the end of the day, all you are is a white trash dog killing woman beater. That's it. That's all you're ever going to be. But when I saw what he did in court today, I got a glimpse for the first time of what Samantha Cardin went through, guys, and Luna the dog went through. I got a glimpse of it. Because I hadn't seen this side of him before. I just see computer Ryan, right? Nerd Ryan. This time I saw violent, angry Ryan. And when he gets told, thank you, Megan, I appreciate that. When he gets told no, he does not being like told no. It became very obvious. And this is a clerk telling him no. And what he did to that chairman, it wasn't pretty, right? And the way he lashed out and said he was going to kill himself like that, it's an unstable, unwell person right there. So I saw and I felt for Samantha because she's a small little woman. Even though Ryan's small, she's smaller than him, right? And I think about what she went through, you know, the horror she probably felt. Thank you, Brittany. The horror she probably felt there, and I felt bad for her, because I realized I'm like, man, this guy really is. When you push him like this and you tell him no, he does not like hearing that, and he will lash out at you. And again, Ryan, this all could have gone away, and it still can go away. You just have to leave, and we'll move on, man. We'll move on. Your call. Your call. I'm not going to stop speaking truth to power. You are not going to intimidate me, son. That's not how things work around here. Okay? So, anyway, let's talk about Amanda. Okay? Now, I heard Amanda wants to call in to talk. Now, Todd, where's Todd Ellington? Oh, thank you, Patty. I really much appreciate that. Enforce the 3 strikes you're out rule on Ryan. Absolutely. So, is Ryan in the comments? Court case is coming, he says. He's in the comments. Ryan, why don't you call in, pal? Why don't you call in? I mean, why don't you be a man and call in? Because this is what you do. You hide behind words, right? And you throw chairs and you kill dogs and you beat women. But how come you can't just have a conversation with me? I'm not going to bite you. I mean, you make up lies that I'm threatening you. You make them up. That's twice now. 2 clerk magistrates have now ruled that they don't believe you, that you're a liar, right? So please, call in, Ryan. Oh, call. What do you mean give you a little bit? Call in right now. Call in on Facebook. I'm here with Clarence Woods Emerson. Let's do this. Let's talk, man. Let's have a conversation. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to call Ryan right now, right? Let's see. Rian Waters. Let's find him. And Bristol, what was the one-liner you had today that was like freaking epic? She had a great one-liner when she went to buy Amanda in them. It's hilarious. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this thing. Oh my God. Sweet Jesus Christ. Good freaking Lord. Oh no. Have mercy. I can't even message him. Ryan, how come I can't message you? I mean, you can't even message. So, Ryan, are you going to call in or are you going to be a coward? Let's go to Amanda. What about Amanda? Is Amanda in the comments? We call Eddie Ellison. Amanda says, I'm not the one with my head down, not making eye contact. With who? I mean, do you want me to, like, confront you in court, Amanda? That's not how I do. Unlike you, I am a civilized, dignified, well-respected human being, right? You are just an out-of-control bucket of goo, essentially, from West Warwick, right? You bring great shame to yourself and your family constantly. I was nice to you for a while, and then you wanted to start talking, you wanted to start making things up. So here we are. So if Amanda, who I believe has blocked me, so we know Ryan says he's calling in, but, he doesn't have the option there, so that does not appear to be in play, unless that's not his Facebook picture, which if it gets any uglier than that. There's another Rian Waters. I would hope there's not two. That's even worse. Yeah, we don't confront people, Amanda. This isn't Jerry Springer. This is not your life, right? This is like how regular people, live. But if Amanda wants to talk, Amanda, call in. I didn't look up from my phone. No, I'm not going to look at you. What the fuck am I going to look at you for? For what? You want to argue with me in court? That's not how things work. It wasn't your day for court. Quite frankly, and look at this coward. This coward has blocked me. What a coward she is. What a fake. What an absolute fake coward Amanda Sawyer is. Free speech advocate blocks people. What a disgrace you are to the First Amendment, Amanda. You really let me down. You know that? You really let me down. Not my day yet. Guess what, Amanda? Maybe I should go to the police and file for a restraining order against you because you're stalking me. You're coming to friggin' Springfield and dragging your crotch fruits around, right? Who you yourself said, the ones that put hands on women. You're bringing them around, having them stare me down, right? You give them food yet? According to him, you didn't. Your own son said that. So is she not going to witness intimidation? No, you intimidated me, Amanda. You tried showing up and staring me down. You brought your goon son there. Your ugly, oafish son. And yeah, I will say that. I feel bad for him. The kid had no shot at life. You, his mother, what's he going to do? Completely screwed, right? You gave him no shot at life, but he's pretty much an adult now, so this is the kind of adult he's going to be. You've taught him that it's okay that when your son puts his hands on women, mommy's going to defend him, right? That's what you taught your son. So great job, Amanda. So anyway, you're also too cowardly to call in. So Amanda's cowardly, right? So we got two cowards in the comments. We got Amanda and Ryan. Neither of them seem to want to talk. So I guess you guys don't want to talk, Amanda? Oh, chicken. Yeah, you came on here, Amanda. You're intimidating me. You came to the courthouse to intimidate me. Thank you, Meredith. I appreciate that. Amanda comes to the courthouse to intimidate a witness. She stalks me, right? She's taking pictures. I don't even think you're allowed to do that in the court. She's just taking pictures. She drove all that distance, right? She's constantly messaging me and stuff like that. Just bothering me all the time. Like, it's very, I'm threatened, man. I'm kind of scared for my life, right? So, yeah, but you didn't testify against me, Amanda, because you don't understand. Again, you're wrong. You didn't testify against me. Why didn't you? Because you don't know what you're talking about. You think you do, but you don't, right? That's why you didn't testify today. Why didn't you testify today, Amanda? You ever ask yourself that? Yeah. And who was your loser friend that was there, though? God, she might be even worse than you. What a disgusting, disgusting entourage you brought with you today, Amanda. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed that you created that child. It's just disgusting and disturbing. Absolutely terrible, right? And only a woman like the one I saw today would ever associate with you. God, you gutter slugs find each other. Thank you, Fitter. Thank you, Johnny Mac. Thank you guys for the donations. Because this one, watch, she'll try to file some bogus nonsense on me. That's fine. That's why I'm dissolving the company. So I can go and defend myself. As you guys can see, when I go and defend myself, I do quite fine, don't I? Don't I, Ryan? All right. I have Amanda, I got receipts and receipts. Not only did you contact me, you had your son contact me from the loony bin, right? From the friggin' loony bin. You're possibly the worst witness of all time. If somebody did call you, I would just be like, yeah, Your Honor, she was literally in the loony bin. Her mother had her put there. Her own friggin' mother had her put in the loony bin. That's how crazy she is. So I don't know where Ryan's at. I guess he's hiding. I guess he's too gutless to call in. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate those donations. Right? I do appreciate the donations because watch her try some stuff. Right? I mean, this today cost me money. Driving down there, taking time off from writing blogs, creating content for you fine people. You're the ones that lose. Turtle Riders are the ones who lose out on this, right? Because I can't have bloggers anymore. Because every time they all write crap, I get sued. Right? So I can't even have bloggers anymore. Thank you, Rich. Right? Unc owns Amanda Ryan. Thank you. I mean, I can't have bloggers anymore because of these idiots who sue me. Right? So it's just me and Bristol now. Right? Maybe we'll have we have North Shore on the. She's in the comments right now. She'll still come on the live show and stuff like that. But they're not trying to lose their homes over this, right? I get that. I respect that. Totally understandable. I'm sure most of you wouldn't want to be in that situation either. Bristol's just, Bristol's a fighter. She's not afraid of a fight, so she's not afraid to go and defend herself if necessary, right? But yeah, I mean, Amanda, how about you get a job? I mean, it was a Tuesday day. I actually had to work. You and Ryan didn't have to work today, did you? Right? You don't have to work any days because you don't have jobs. You think that going on the internet and posting your rantings all day is a job. It's not. It's not. Ryan still blamed me in court today for him not having a job. I'm not the reason you can't get a job, Ryan. You're just a lazy, freeloading loser. That's the reason you don't have a job. You guys are leeches. You guys are the reason I'm voting for Donald Trump. And I've seen Amanda post stuff that she doesn't like Trump. I wonder why. Because guess what, Amanda? Trump wants to take food stamps away from leeches like you. That's all you are. You're a freaking leech. You leech off the taxpayers, right? People like me. You steal from us. You take from us. You do nothing. You contribute nothing back to society. You deserve nothing. And look at you. You don't even work. You're massively overweight, right? But yet you don't work. Only in America can that happen, right? Freaking joke. Cry yourself to sleep. Yeah, Trump's going to make you work 20 hours a week, Amanda. What do you think of that, huh? What do you think of that? Oh, wait, no, she got dependent children. She might get away with that one. Thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate that. Oh, sure you don't, Amanda. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, that's right. Your boyfriend, Jay Gentili. Your pussy emasculated boyfriend, Jay Gentili, right? Who you proposed to. He takes care of you, right? He does all that. Because he's a wedding, what is it, wedding planner, you said? Another masculine job. Very masculine. So, you see the support we're getting here, Amanda. You think people like you? Nobody likes you. And that's why don't you come on, Amanda? So we can just talk about this real quick. Instead of hiding in the comments. Hiding. That's what you are. So, Amanda won't, because I'm not afraid of these people anymore. I mean, it's like they used to try to scare me with these lawsuits. I'm not afraid of that anymore, Amanda. You think I'm afraid of you? I'm not afraid of you. You're a joke. You're a disgrace. You're a leech on society. That's what you are. You're a blood-sucking waste of space. That's all you're ever going to be, right? Yes, you're crazy. Yes, you're a lunatic. You're probably sick, and that's not entirely your fault, right? But I gave you a chance. I was nice to you. I let you come on the program and rant and have your craziness, and we entertained you, right? I didn't really pick on you that much. Now you're doing shit like this? Sorry, Amanda. We ain't going to be cool no more. But if you want to call up and talk, I'll still talk to you. I'll talk to anyone. All right. So if Amanda and Ryan aren't going to call, I guess I'll take questions. I was going to rant about the okay thing, too, which, by the way, I did a blog on this yesterday. I was very passionate about this. The best way you guys can fight back against social justice warriors is to do everything that they tell you can't do. If they tell you can't say that word, you say the word, right? Because that's how they chip away at your freedoms. That's how they make you a slave. Is they take things away from you because they've dictated it. Blue checkmark Twitter has dictated it. The second they realize that they are powerless, that you're just going to keep doing this, because guess what? Fucking doesn't matter if I do this. This means nothing. This doesn't mean white power. This is me making a freaking sign, right? It means absolutely nothing. The second they realize they can't stop you, they're like, shit, but I called you a racist, but I called you a white supremacist, you're supposed to be scared now. I'm like, I heard you, but I'm not a white supremacist. And I don't give a fuck about anything you have to say about anything. So there's that. I'm telling you, once you're free like I am, you're going to feel a lot better. Just once you start telling these people, nah, how about fuck off instead? How about that? So that's my rant on that. What's Rian Waters want to say? I mean, I have his phone number, don't I? I could just call him. Should I call Ryan? What's your phone number? How about I just call you? Yeah, you could Google my phone number, Ryan, probably, right? I mean, I'm sure you got it. What? I had Ryan's phone number. Didn't it get posted somewhere by accident? Was it in a blog? I mean, I'll try calling him. Ryan, you want me to call you, man? Amanda, call me. Why don't you call me then? You have my phone number. Congratulations. Call me. Coward. All right, you guys have any questions while we try to figure this out? Yeah, the heat is rattling a little bit. That's okay. You guys think that's a fake Ryan in the chat? Wouldn't that be interesting? Don't call them. I mean, it'll be in the next court. I mean, but there's going to be a next court anyway. And I'm very careful with my words, KT. Very careful with my words. All right, any questions you guys have? I can answer any questions you guys have. Eddie Ellison, you had mentioned that Amanda wanted to talk to me, right? Was that not true? Is she backing out? Do you think Ryan is banging Amanda? Doubtful. But I think she kind of, like, for the first time in a long time today, Ryan probably felt good about himself briefly because, like, people were looking up to him. Even though they're just some of the stupidest people on God's green earth. But I'm sure he felt very good. Like, oh, man, people are listening to me. Oh, my God, they think I'm smart. Oh, my God, I'm going to keep talking. Any other questions? Amanda said you only get ratings. Oh, shut up. How was Bengal Stadium? It was fine. I mean, it was like, I've been to a lot of NFL stadiums. It was like, wasn't as, dumpy as Buffalo or anything like that. But it was more fun than Cleveland. I've been to Cleveland, and Cincinnati's a much better city than Cleveland because it's got the Kentucky thing going on, right? And it's like two lawless states. Like Kentucky's like a lawless state. That's where the brass ass is. We never made it to the brass ass, but I heard good things. And it was a fun time. I did a couple lives from Cincinnati, man. I had a good time in Cincinnati. Even though the Bengals suck, and we really learned nothing from that game because anyone could have beat the Bengals by 21 points. Still a good time. Highly recommend Cincinnati. I don't know where we're going to go next year. They're playing at Seattle next year. That could be interesting. It's kind of a far one though. I like to go on one trip a year. They're going to LA twice next year. Can you believe that? They're playing both the Chargers and who's the other one? The Rams. They're both playing away at them. The one I really want to go to is the Vegas one. I want to go to the first Patriots game in Vegas. That's going to be awesome. But I got to save up for that one. All right, any other questions? Oh, so Amanda's too chicken to come on. Gotcha. Okay. Too chicken. He says, I hope my fiance got me a new book. Yeah, I hope you guys like it if you got them. Oh, I got to send, Laura, remind me. I keep forgetting to send your book. I'm going to send it to you. I'll file in the SJC, and then I'm done. Okay, good luck with that, Ryan. I'm sure it'll work out great. I mean, it's working out great so far, right? You've obviously got it all figured out. And what happens when you lose that, Ryan? That's what I want to know. What are you going to do when you lose that? Because not if, it's when. Ooh, people are calling Amanda out on the assistant saying, yes, Amanda, you told me you got assistants. Interesting. The real question is, oh, and by the way, don't forget our other sponsor, guys. Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. How could I forget? You guys know them by now, right? I feel like most of you guys know the read in your sleep. I know it in my sleep, right? Garage Doors Plus in Quincy and Chris Riggs is a freaking man. Let me just tell you that. If you ever met Chris Riggs in person, very interesting character, self-made man, right? As Boston as you get, if you will, and just does a fantastic. He's the classic do-it-yourself guy that anybody in this country could not anybody, but like anybody who has the willpower and the willingness to work their ass off and be ingenuitive and take a chance, that's Chris Riggs. Because his business, Garage Doors Plus Quincy, does a great business, right? They do garage doors, and they've made a great reputation by all over Massachusetts. They'll pretty much go anywhere because they do quality work. I went down and saw a job they did in Uxbridge a couple months ago. It was fantastic. Right? If you got one of those old garage doors that like you get out and you open the door, I mean, get with the times. Call them up. Go to on gdplus.com. Give them a buzz. They'll come over that day. They're going to give you a price that's so fair it will blow your doors off. You're probably going to hire them on the spot. You're going to get a clicker. You're going to press it, and the garage door is going to go magically up. You're going to press it again, and it's magically going to go down. But you got to make sure you tell them that Turtle Boy sent you, right? Because Chris Riggs likes to hear that. All right. So, is there a Landon Part 7 coming? Yes. I plan on finishing the Landon series this week. There's just one more aspect I want to cover with Stolen Valor and to kind of wrap that one up. Yeah, I mean, Leah Genduso, I have no problem. I've never had a problem with Leah Genduso. My problem has always been the system that allowed that to happen, right? She never should have been in that position, been put in that position in the first place. I do think that she was treated unfairly on the way out, not because she lost her job. I don't think she should have had the job, but because she's the only one, right, that took the blame for that. It took it, you know what I mean? I thought that was unfair. So I have nothing against Leah Genduso. I honestly wish her the best, right? And I'll tell you, she's not with Landon. She broke up with him because of the blogs, right? And I'm happy because of that, right? And I honestly wish Leah Genduso the best. I have no intention of writing about her ever again, right? And I wish Leah Genduso the best. I really mean that. All right, any other questions? Let's see. How is Sansia? Didn't I just do a thing on that? Your book is awesome. Thank you, Suzanne. I'm glad you liked it. Let's see. Why do people call you uncle? I have no idea how that started. That's a great question. I honestly have no idea how. I think somebody did, and then it just caught on. I really have no idea. That's a great question, though. Okay, Bristol's got the all caps out. She's saying, Ryan, you steaming pile of shit. Your daughter has had a 3-minute seizure today while you were pissing your life away, wasting court resources. And that's true, Ryan. Your daughter, who you pretend to love, who you've never paid a dime for, she had a seizure today. So you weren't there for her, right? Because you're never there for her because you're despicable. You're absolutely despicable because you're playing games in a courtroom, right? Instead of being there for your daughter. Doesn't get any lower for that. My kid gets a fever, I'm there for them, right? Because I love my kids and they love me. And your daughter will grow up probably not knowing who you are. And it's for the better. It is for the better, right? Jay said he went to the old Candlestick and it sucked. Yeah, I would imagine that one was not good. I have no desire to go to the California stadiums. First of all, it's too far. Second of all, I hate California. And third of all, like San Francisco is like, you think Philly's bad. I heard San Francisco is like the most dangerous place to see a game. Those people are savages. Savages. What else are people saying? The SJC. He really thinks the SJC is going to take his case. I mean, honestly, give me a break. Let's see. Any other questions? Is Leah with Landon? No, he's not. She's not. Let's see. Is she an informant for TB? No, she's not an informant at all. But like, I mean, I don't know if that qualifies her for, but she's like, yeah, this woman messaged me. I mean, I knew Amanda was messaging everybody who's appeared on Turtle Boy because I've seen it on other people that we've vlogged about. This is what she's going to do now. She's not going to stop, etc. Also, I mean, guys, buy the new book, The Turtle Boy's Naughty List. You can get it there in 3 days if you buy it on Amazon. Uncle Turtle Boy's Lot. It's right on Amazon. The link is on every blog we publish. You're gonna love it. Trust me. Let's see. People are saying that might be a fake Amanda too. Nah, I think that's a real one. Yeah, I saw Abrams had a new video from jail. I haven't had time to listen to it yet, to be perfectly honest with you. All right. Yeah, Seattle is very expensive. I mean, I went to Seattle once just because for my honeymoon. We took a cruise to Alaska. We went to Seattle. Nice city. I mean, I like the city a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I can imagine the Vegas Stadium is going to be fucking phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. All right. Any other questions? I'm on the 10:26 mark. What time are we at in reality? 10:30. Oh, I'm a few minutes behind. All right. Let's see. Can you explain how or why he killed the dog? I guess he just got angry. That's what the vet report said. But the vet report confirmed that he did, in fact, kill the dog. All right. Any other questions? Can you FOIA that info? Why the hell would I say that when I absolutely don't get welfare? Yeah, sure thing. Matter, whatever you say. No, Amanda was in the book. She was on the naughty list. She didn't she say when she called from Butler that the ACU was defending her case? Yeah, that's in her deluded mind. She thinks that she might think that in her deluded mind. Amanda doesn't. Anything Amanda says is not to be taken seriously. Just understand that. All right. Other questions? Any other questions? South Shore Justin rules. I like South Shore Justin. He's got a very radio voice. That's Bristol's boy. I think I told him, I'm like, I like him. I think he's a good number. He's a good number one, actually. Right? The number one guy has to be like the quarterback. The number two guy on any radio show is like the wild one, right? The more outspoken, like on Toucher and Rich. Rich is the number one, and Toucher's the number two, right? On when it was Dennis and Callahan, Dennis was the number one, and Callahan was the number two, right? The number two is actually the guy that's supposed to be. So Justin's a perfect number one, right? And Bristol's the perfect number two for that show, I think. Other questions? All right, let me see. I'm just going to catch up. Oh, thank you for those donations. I missed a couple of donations in there. Welcome, Trevor, our newest Turtle Rider. I agree. And Patty Brosnan, man, I really appreciate that. John says he wants to bang Bristol. You'll have to get in line. Not like that, like as in like a wanna banger. Like there's a long line of Turtle Riders that have expressed that. But she's taken, guys. Sorry. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, I've never been to a Giants game. The Jets Savages. I don't want to deal with them. Those are the ones I don't fear them, but I just rather not deal with them. I can't wait to go back and read all these. I have evidence she stole from me. No, you know, Ryan. I mean, you think. I mean, obviously, as you guys can see from the comments, he's learned absolutely nothing. He still thinks he has evidence and proof, and he's going to win in court. I mean, how many times do you have to lose until you realize that you're not going to win? You don't know what you're talking about. You think that you do, and you can tell yourself that you do. I mean, it's like, imagine living like that. It's like the definition of an insanity, you know? Yeah, Ryan, we got. I mean, if you want to go that route, Ryan, we can start pushing the DA to reopen that case, man. Because I mean, the vet's report says you killed the dog, right? You were arrested. If you want to go that route, we can go that route. I don't know why. All right, what other questions? Anything else? Man, these are coming in fast. Holy shit. Is Talib Kweli still attending to sue you? No. Talib Kweli he's lost his mind years ago. He filed a lawsuit and then never showed up for court. Neither did I. So that was the end of that lawsuit, right? I mean, that guy's just completely insane. And he might have bot followers too. I don't know. Read the blog last night about Minahan and them if you want to catch up on that. Can we hook Amanda up with Melinda Boone? That's old school right there. All right. All right. Anything else? I'm not going to be able to read all these comments. Wasting your time is winning, Amanda says. I mean, that sums it up right there. Screenshot. Thank you, Amanda. Screenshot. That just proves that your entire intent here is to waste my time. That is clearly what you're doing. Thank you, Amanda. I really appreciate that. It's going to be very useful if and when you unwisely decide to go to court. Yeah, why are y'all so sexual about Bristol? I mean, yeah, come on, guys. Have respect for her as a professional. Jeez Louise. She's more than just, a beautiful voice and a nice rack. Come on. Give her a break. Have some respect, fellas. Gee, and ladies, too, for that matter. I've seen a lot of lady pond comments out there. Have some respect. All right. Let live chat keep going. Yeah, seriously. I can't call. Yeah, sure you can. You lost your chance, Ryan. It's over. That tape's going to be fun, though. We're going to have some fun with that tape, I'm sure. Amanda got dumped? Oh, Amanda's son got dumped. Oh, yeah. Well, choking tends to lead to that. Well, we won't get there yet. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it leads to better things, but... Please screenshot everything because you are a child. Ooh, is Donna a supporter of Amanda? That's interesting. Oh, so the Callahan news. Yeah, I'm doing a podcast with Jerry on Thursday. So we're doing our first podcast. I'm going to Boston, 7:30 a.m. We don't know if they're going to release the whole thing yet. It's kind of like a trial, if you will. But I am doing the first podcast with Jerry Callahan this week, so that should be fun. Anything else? Turtle Trial. Yeah, I'm definitely still looking for like a co-host for the live show. So I don't know how I'm going to do it. Like a permanent one, but it's going to take some time to find the guy. Or I'd prefer a girl, to be perfectly honest with you. I'll take a guy that wants to come on and is just they wouldn't be the number one, but they kind of play the role of the number one. Like they would be the catalyst, and I would be the free, loose cannon that speaks freely, etc. Are you excited for the new Star Wars? No, I don't do Star Wars, man. I can't do it. I know some people are really into Star Wars. I can't do it. I watched Star Wars once. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I can't do it. Cullinan better not screw it up. No, Cullinan seems like he's got his shit together. We'll see what happens. Any more around the turtle? Yeah, maybe down the line somewhere. The thing about hosting is like, it's hard. Sometimes when I have co-hosts on, right, they're like, they don't want to speak over me. You know what I mean? They don't want to overstay their welcome, and I get that. But sometimes I kind of like that. I kind of like when somebody's assertive and just really wants to get an opinion out there and is active. GI Turtle. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Any other questions you guys have? That was my problem, KT says. I didn't want to overstep. I mean, well, I'll have KT on again. I liked him. He's a Southerner. He's got that Southern accent, Southern drawl to him. I kind of like that. Ooh, we got somebody saying, Uncle Turtle Boy, did you know Amanda's son not only choked his girlfriend, but also elbowed her cousin in the chest? Ooh. Not good if true. Not good if true. Not good. Okay. So yeah, I'm always interested. Contact me. Send me an email if you're down for that. If you want to be the co-host, let me know. All right. Any other questions before we call it a night? Well, I've been over the Brett thing before. We've been over this. We're not relitigating this. Go listen to the other podcasts. And yeah. You share their BS agenda and make yourself look bad, Turtle Boy. Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good. All right. Last chance for questions, guys, before we call it a night. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's it. And we will see you all on Thursday, right? For the next episode of the live show. And I don't know what we're gonna do this weekend. If we're gonna go Saturday or Sunday. Might have to go Sunday because of the Patriots. They're playing on Saturday. So we will talk to you all later. Peace to our artists. Yeah, you guys can keep chatting too if you keep want to go out with Amanda. Even when I'm done, I think you can still keep talking. Peace.